as well. Why have you taken that ID? You give me back. He said, no, I won't give you back, and we will twist you until you realize that you are twisted. Said, yes, it is his wife. His wife? How do you know that it is his wife? Yes, it is his wife. They wedded. It is official.
Oh, it's so beautiful, viewers. My name is Dr. Thomas. Welcome back to another episode right now, right here on Posho TV and City Diaries, Kenya. So today we are in Nairobi County, and we are specifically at Marurui, and we have a mother here with us, and she wants to tell us some stories about her life, how her life has been, and I do believe these stories very educative, so I will urge you to watch this video from the beginning till to the very end so that you learn some few lessons from it. Karibu sana mama kwenye interview leo.
Asante.
So maybe you can say your name and we proceed.
Yeah. My name is Jane Jerry. I was born, by that time it was Murang'a district, Kagema division, and that's where I was educated. I had my two parents, my father and my mother, and I joined Standard 1, just like other children were being taken to school. And I started, but my parents were poor. My mother was just a casual laborer. She was going to those who have bigger farms or some work, even if it was not in the farms, so that we could at least feed
and get some few wages.
Yeah, that's how she brought us up. It was a hard life, but right at the beginning, as I came to run or to have sense of knowing good and bad, knowing being loved and being hated, I learned I was hated by my mother.
Oh, biological mother?
My mother hated me so much, and she gave birth every after 2 years. And so I was like a maid or one who was to care for the others.
So you are the firstborn?
I'm the firstborn. And so I was suffering so much because whoever was behind me could do something, a mistake, I was the one to be beaten. I was the one to answer for it. Even at the times, I did not realize when the mistake was done or something wrong happened. But when she comes as a mother, she will have to look at everything in the house where I was left, and I was to suffer so much. She used to beat me so much. So like at that other time, I started desiring to leave my home and even join another family. So I could run from home, go to my grandmother where my mother was born. But if I could go today, tomorrow in the morning, she was there coming for me. All the same, I can say something good was with my mother. She liked education. And even after beating me all that much, she managed to work hard, but because by that time we were paying school fees, although it was very little amount, it was 20 shillings, but for her to work for somebody in a week, in a day, she was getting 7 shillings. So it was hard.
These are early 50s or which years?
No, not even 50s, 60s.
Oh, early 60s.
So even late 60s. So I went to study 7. I did my study 7. She helped me go joint secondary and finished. And after that, I was so happy so that I could leave home and go out to look for a better way of living. And leave home and not be close to her. That's what I did. But even after coming to town, that is Nairobi, there was nothing good. I could go to industrial area to look if I could get some work. There are times I could get, others I couldn't. So even to have a room of myself, it was so hard.
And that time you were still a teenager, or you were above 18?
I was above 18.
Or when you went to hustle in the industrial
Yeah,
area?
because when I was young with my mother, I always remember my mother didn't settle at the beginning well with my father. There are times I note there was some conflict always. And so my mother always left the home of my father. So at the times we were at my father's place, at the times we were where my mother was born. And that made me late to join primary school. And so I joined primary school when I was 9.5 years.
That was so late.
Yeah. So when finishing my Form 4, I was over 20. So I came to town. I went about. After some time, I met with a man where we agreed to marry, and we married. But
first of all, congratulations. Those times, despite those circumstances,
yeah,
finishing Form 4 wasn't a joke. But
Yeah.
at least you made it.
yeah, okay. Oh, I never enjoyed my teenage because of the roughness of my mother. Yes, I could have a friend, a girl who was of my age, who maybe we were in the same class, but I was not allowed to leave my home to visit anybody.
It was very tough.
She was very tough, and she was known in the surrounding. So even boys couldn't come close to me. And if we could meet and start with a boy, if we meet on the way, it is during the day, everybody could see us. But if she gets that message, tomorrow early in the morning before the parents of the boy wake up, she is there to complain. So they feared this, and the parents used to warn their children. So yes, I grew, although it was under fear. Not that I was happy, but it helped me.
It had you true.
Yeah.
That's why you made it to Form 4 actually.
Yeah. Then after coming here, that's, as I said, I met with a man who became my husband. He was doing finishing of these buildings in town. So the big buildings there. So he had money, but he was so drunkard. And he had some behaviors I was not happy about because he spent a lot. After some time, we had 3 children, 1 boy and 1 girl. When the girl was 4 years, she got sick and died. And I was left with 1 boy, and then later I got another boy. And those are the 2 children I have. Because after that, he got sick because of the drinks he was using. He had a liver cancer and he died.
Sorry.
Now, my problems started there, which were severe than the ones I faced with my mother. Because by that time I can say I had a home. We had a home. I was married at Rimuru. We had bills. But immediately he died. They came and told me that the funeral arrangements will be held at their home place, up country. And so because we are living in Nairobi, I can just stay there, wait for our friends. I found it good. But they had something which was not good about me and my family behind this. So after some days when he was not buried, I decided, yes, it is me who took him to hospital. He died. The day he died, I knew. I saw him when he was still, the body was still in the ward, not having been taken to the mortuary. I decided, even though they told me not to worry anything, let me go to the mortuary and view the body again and see how they have cared for it. Because normally we used to hear that when you take a body there, maybe they will even demand some cash from you. And when you give the cash, after you leave, they remove the body and still put another body there of another one who will come later with the cash.
Yes.
And
that's very common, actually.
Yeah. I said, let me go and see. When I went, we met with my in-laws, brothers-in-laws. They were sent by the committee that chaired the funeral arrangements to come and clear the bills with the mortuary, so that because they had already decided the burial day. So fortunately, we met. After meeting, we did this together. An ID, my husband's ID was needed there, and I had carried it. Although I did not know why I carried it, just that it was in my bag. So we cleared. After walking out, we started leaving the Kenyatta mortuary where he died. But he stayed for a long time in Nairobi hospital. And that's where all his money was spent. When they decided to move him from Nairobi hospital to Kenyatta, after seeing that really he wouldn't survive, he was transferred while we had no cent left. Me, I wonder, did they know that our money is gone? How did they come to decide to move him only when we have nothing? Why couldn't they do it earlier, so that maybe there could be some small cash left? But then that's what it was. That's how it was. After at Kenyatta Hospital, that's where he died. And when we met there with these brothers and a brother-in-law, after clearing everything, when we were going out of the mortuary, we had not even got to the tarmac where we could get our vehicles. My brother-in-law snatched my husband's ID from my hands. I was trying to keep it well in the bag, so I held it like this, just as we left in the mortuary. When going to keep it, he just snatched from my hands. His brother-in-law asked him why he has done this, and asked him, why have you done this? Give the ID back to her. He said, he kept quiet. The one who was being told kept quiet. I asked as well, why have you taken that ID? You give me back. He said, no, I won't give you back, and we will twist you until you realize that you are twisted. I kept quiet, and he put the ID in his pocket, and they left with it. So on the way, I went home, and they left. When I went back, we had a family friend, a man who was very close to my husband. I told him the incident. He advised me on the burial day to go very early in the morning. There is a post there, and report it to the post. And that's what I did. At 6, I was at Kenyatta post, but I was asked to wait until 8 because that was a case of the inspector, and I waited for the inspector to come. He came at 8. He was not late. I explained it to him. Immediately, he wrote me a letter to the mortuary, to the carer who was in the mortuary, saying that body should not be released to anybody until he releases himself another letter allowing the body to be moved. So the body was denied, and they came early, especially that one who snatched the ID came early in the morning. That's normally what happens. Our young people, our young men are sent to prepare for the body, and then for those who are coming to correct it, now the mob. So when he came and entered, he was told by the mortuary man who worked there that this body has been denied from being moved by the inspector. Yes, your sister-in-law reported, and the letter she was given is here, this one. You can read. He was given, he read, and then he came out of the mortuary. We were out. He just stayed to wait for the others. He had nothing to do. And he didn't come to me. So when they came, the committee chairman came to him, asked him, yes, where is, when they came, they went straight to the mortuary where the bodies are kept for viewing and for departure. When they went there, they did not get the body. They needed of their man, of their child, of their boy, who was my husband. He came out. Others following him. They came to him and called him by name. Where is our body? He said the body he said his woman reported that I have the ID, and so the inspector issued a letter of refusing the body being moved. This man asked him, his woman, who is his woman? Is it a woman who goes there every day? Maybe to spend with him, or a woman who goes to do cleaning for him, or his wife? What do you mean by a woman? He said, yes, it is his wife. His wife? How do you know that it is his wife? Yes, it is his wife. They wedded. It is official.
Oh, it was your wedded husband.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you were so right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he asked, why do you have the ID? I have the ID, and I have the right to be with the ID because I'm his brother. He was asked, his brother, you carry the ID of your brother while the wife is there? No. Who issued the letter? The inspector from the post. Then they came to me. They asked me, called me by name, Mama Joroge. I'm very sorry. He said by himself, I am very sorry for what happened, but I'm requesting you, let's go to the post and we change things from how they are, and then you say what you want, so that this day might not get lost. So, because it was another Thursday, the following day was a Good Friday. And many people had lost their jobs. He was a bit famous in town, so many people had come. After we left, we went to the post, we talked. He was asked by the inspector to give the ID. He said he doesn't have. He was told, can you stand up? Can you give me the ID of your brother? I don't have it. You don't have it? Yes. I tell you just like a friend. That's the inspector saying, can you give me the ID of your brother? He said, I tell you, surely I don't have it. Then give me yours. I also don't have it. He told him, can you give me your ID? I don't have it. Then as the place was built, it is a big room, like a hall. So the inspector is somewhere, there are other officers somewhere, but not very far. As the inspector was communicating with my brother-in-law, they were hearing. So he just called one of those officers. So and so, the officers answered, can you take him? Just that. So that person who was called, he was a man, he came, he took him, just took him out just as we entered that gate, just right at the gate there. We didn't take long. Immediately they got to where he was taken. He started screaming. He screamed so much. But it did not take long. If long, it was only 5 minutes that when he was coming, he couldn't walk.
So it was kind of torture?
Yeah, he was being tortured there. And he is a brown man, so he turned to be more brown. He turned red. On coming is when I could hear the man behind him telling him, wipe off your tears. Wipe off your tears immediately and walk properly. And the way he walked, something had happened, he could not walk properly. But he came in. After coming in, he stood. Then he was told by the inspector, can you give me now the 2 IDs?
His plus your husband's?
Yes. Me, I was surprised. He just did this and took off the 2 IDs. I wondered, one with a fresh mind, why had he to go that severe torture? But he took them. He had taken a burial permit from the city mortuary by his name. We were told to go to the city mortuary again and change and be given a new burial permit. So it's not a burial permit. It was a permit to take the body from the mortuary.
Yes.
Yeah. So we did it, and he was taken to bury. Now, when we took him to bury, no one could speak to me or to my group, that one we had gone with.
You became an enemy now?
Yes, as from there. And it is where they told me, from here, know that you don't have a house and no farm and nothing to claim from this family. And as you go and never turn back your steps to this place. The man who chaired the committee, the burial committee, came to me later. He told me the same, because that day we went to bury, one of his brothers had shifted from his house and had occupied ours with all his belongings, including ours. I did not take anything from that house.
And
Nothing.
Yet you are legally married in
Yes.
that homestead.
Yeah.
You have kids.
Yeah.
And they're taking your house away.
They took it and plus the farm. We had the small one, although it was not so big. We had each one an acre. Although now they have more, because our father-in-law died, our mother-in-law died. They took it. One of his brothers died while he was not married. They took it, and they are only two. So I think they have each 2 acres. And from plus mine now. Because from that time, I have never gone back. This man told me, I wanted to say, Mama Joroge, we know these boys. They are brought up here. We have been here. As they tell you never to come back, surely never come back. When you come back, you will leave from here, not to your children, but we will bury you just next to your husband. We know them. So after confirming that from this man, I also feared, and I couldn't go back. So from there I came to town. In town I have no job. My husband has died. There was no money left. I have children. They are young. They need me. I decided to go back to my family first. When I went to my family, I had to go to my brothers because my mother and father had separated. After they separated, my father has given his right to his sons only. So when I went to to them, they said, yes, a piece of land is here, but no girl was given a piece of land. Didn't your father know you? He knew you well. When didn't he give you even a small piece? So we also don't have. Later, they sold that piece of land. They agreed on it with our mother after selling it. So each one bought his own piece of land. Now you can't go to claim your father's piece of land. It is not there. They have bought theirs, and they have left from Ranga to Nyeri. They was somewhere in Nyeri.
Let's proceed.
Yeah. So that is where I have suffered life. I'm always a tenant. I have always to rent a house. I have no job. When I may get some little cash from somebody who might be kind to me and give me some small cash, I decided to start a small business, which never maneuver. It always go down. So I'm that with my children. No one who is well, not me, not the children. Since then, the house owners always send me away. We go without food. My children now are big, but the same life I have lived, the same they are living.
Ili nini? Ulikata ukaanza tena? Si tena. Au ndio umekata tu sasa? Ilikuwa imefika tu au imekata yenyewe? Sasa sijui itaanzia wapi?
Katika tu hiyo sana sasa nimekuita.
Okay.
Now, me, I have always suffered praying to God because I wonder which man can I go to ask for a piece of land, even a quarter of a piece of land, even a plot that I can build and have my own home.
Now maybe you see you are a legally wedded wife to the late husband, and you also have kids, which means the Constitution of Kenya is protecting you. So didn't you take maybe some legal action?
I didn't, because even if a legal action there is no way. I thought of it, but I found if it will at times I will be be needed to go to that place there. I have no fear. Maybe whoever may take my case, maybe a lawyer, might need something from me. I have nothing. So I just stay. And that's how I am.
So maybe apart from the basic needs that somebody could assist you with, what if somebody comes forward and says he wants to assist you to take a legal action? Will you maybe accept it, or you
Yes,
left?
I would accept, but I have never had one like that. There is a time I was told there is one at Korokocho there, and I came to him, but it was early last year, mid last year. But since that time up to now, he says, even them, when they help people, they use money, but they are sponsored by people from outside. Since then, he always tell me, as the government is going on being many claims from people, many claims from the citizens, from the readers, the government is not stable, we are not sent that money. So there is no way we can help anybody. Even them, they have been sent from their office. They are working out of the office. I knew. They said, we have no money to pay this office. Not until things come back to be normal. So I don't know. I was remembering him sometimes. I wonder if I could ask him to if he could help me. But then I have not done it. He always says they have no money. If one would say he could help me, I could be happy. But then my way of living is so bad. Having no money, having nowhere to stay, I live with always, I am renting, and I have, yani, the way of me getting money.
So difficult.
It is so difficult, really. Because
and right now you cannot work like a maid, like...
No. When you go to ask even to wash clothes, as the young ones are doing, they never give you. One can give you a packet of flour, not all of them. Just one who is very kind. Tell you, sure, I can't give you work to do for me. It is so bad. For me to give you work, I give you my clothes, you wash. It is a sin. They say it is a sin.
Oh, they see you are older.
Yes.
Than them.
Yeah. So no work, no nothing, no money, nowhere to work, nowhere to live. No home. You are just like that, living in a single room as you started. A very small room. No progress. What you had right from the beginning is what is there. Everyone can see. All these are odd things.
Sorry for that.
One day, my grandson, he has a problem. He faints, and
He's epileptic.
they said it's not really, but it is a problem in the brain. They said it affects young people. So due to that, he is now in Form 1. Last year, he asked his father, yes, suppose today I die, where will I be buried?
That's a very tough question for a kid to ask.
When you hear the question, you just feel like crying.
True.
Because he has gone far. He has seen they don't have a home, they don't have a farm, they don't have I think since he is young, he doesn't know there are places where one can be buried. And why should he think of dying? Because of the poor life he is going through, missing many things he would like and which are good to him, but he doesn't get them. You see, not only that, many times he is not at school. It's just for the father to struggle so much. I'm just, let me call myself a beggar. I go begging. When I hear there is somewhere they are giving flour, I rush there. I go there when I think of myself and others I get there. I find I'm not worthy coming here to queue up with these very old women. They know they don't have much in their minds as I do. Others are not learned.
True.
So I find it. But what do I do? Because even whatever I get, either I give it all to them or we share. Because we live the same way of life.
Did your two kids get a chance to go to school, maybe?
Yes. They went to Form 4. This firstborn, the father of this child, had a chance to go to university.
Oh, sorry.
But he couldn't.
He scored a good grade?
The other one, even if he could not go to university, but he could join colleges. But I was not in position.
So their good grades are just wasted in the ghetto?
Yeah. Even that, I took that data after this.
Okay.
They are now stressed. Like that old one is so much stressed. He has even changed his way of talking. In fact, this is a side effect of much thinking. He never expected to live that type of life he is living. The other one the same.
Yeah, it's so traumatizing. Imagining that your father was a person who was wealthy,
Yeah.
and then ending up in that kind of a life.
Yeah.
So traumatizing, actually.
So they are just there. This young one is so much affected. When he goes to work, he tends always to be angry. But not angry with anybody. You might think he is angry with you, but not you. It is what has filled his mind. His mind is overfilled. He is thinking, overthinking, let me say, because he is thinking, he's still young, he's thinking of how he can get a better way of living. He tries his level best, but nothing changes. He will think, yes, I might ask him, do you have some small cash? We can buy even sugar. That one will affect him so much because he doesn't have. He knows I don't have. He doesn't have. Yani, I don't know how to express it. You feel so bitter. You feel to pray only that one prayer. How can my life change? Because I know me as their mother, if my life might change, theirs will also change.
True.
It's not like theirs change. Maybe one of them might have a good life, but I might be living not as I would like. But with me, as a mother, if my life would change, even theirs would change.
Very true.
Yeah.
Even if their life changes, also yours will change.
Yeah. But there is no way through. There is no way you see life can change. You find no, life can't change. Me, I have gone to offices. I have gone to Sakaja's office. When I went there, I was told all what I needed is if I could get a piece of land somewhere. I explained my problem and asked for that. So they just stood with that if you talk of a piece of land, about land, this was given to the deputy president by the president. That is under the deputy president. So they gave me a letter to take to the deputy president's office. When I took that letter there, every week I'm told, come next week. Come next week. You are so many who wants to see the deputy president, and we allow you as you issued your letters. You was not yet, until I got tired and stopped. I went to Karen just because of the same thing. There they told me, yes, people come here, but when one is coming here, we are given the list from the office in town. And so we have the list of those who will come here.
From like you have to make an appointment from
town, and then they forward your appointment there. They said, it's not possible, we don't have your name here. Then I wondered, to whom else do I go? Who do I go? I continued with Sakaja's office, and I never saw him. That day I was just about to see him. I was taken by my MCA. But he saw the MCAs only, and he told them to tell us he will give us another appointment. Since then, up to now, we have not seen him. Now Ania is gone. But my prayer is, how can I get a place to stay? How can I come out of the renting houses? Every end of the month, you get sick. In there between, they come with the bitter words. Very bitter, shaming you before other renters like you, shaming you before their children, shaming you before their families. Not the man, not the wife. When one comes today, the other one comes tomorrow. So what is so bitter about it is you don't know even what to promise.
Sure.
You won't say, I will give you by the end of this week. You won't say, I'll give you by the end of the month. Because you were not expecting from anywhere. We just live that we live at times. I just say and say loud, yes, really. That bird which is flying in the air has come from its nest and it will go back to its nest. That bird can promise something, but me, I can't promise anything. That bird is far much better than me.
So all will be good.
Not living,
One time.
not eating, not dressing, not anything. You have no expectations anywhere. From anybody, from any place. I'm tired. I say I'm tired. Only that I pray God that I don't have that mind of killing myself. Because if it comes to me, later I will find no need to live. What is the need? Only that my children will be seeing me.
Sorry. But despite everything, they need to see you around.
But why should they be seeing me when I'm suffering like this? Eh?
Having a mother is something important. I think just seeing you, it gives them hope. Sorry. So maybe how can somebody reach you? Maybe somebody has something to tell you, or just to give you some hope, or maybe any kind of assistance. So how can they reach you? Do you have a phone?
Yes. I have a phone, and before I give the phone, due to the poor way of living I have been for a long time, I had some items like household, furniture, and other things in the house. But one by one, problem after problem, I was selling them. Selling even the bed.
Even the bed.
Yes. Selling even the seats. Especially when that child could faint, they call me at night. I have nothing to do. I had to look quickly for a buyer for whatever was there, which could be sold. I couldn't tell them. When he visits me, he finds there's no seat. Is the seat? I've decided to sell it, not telling him it is because of his son. He would also feel it. And I think because of that, I was affected by arthritis. And so there are times these legs are swollen. It has come to the shoulders, even the fingers. This is not their normal way. They are swollen. So really, I cannot go for medication. There is somewhere you go and they treat you without money at Kamiti prison there. But then, for my case, they told me they want to know the type of arthritis I'm suffering from. And so, since they don't have cash, they needed me to pay by then. It is the NHIF. I didn't not have money since then. And so, looking for treatment came to an end. I'm suffering and I never went back. That's how I am. So, I answer your question. There are things I can do. Yes, I can do business. But right now, just because of that problem, I wouldn't like to be in cold. So I would like to have, even if it will be a small shop where I be in, I do not suffer from rains or cold. And at least if I could have a small shop where I could be selling cereals and plus other small items, farming is so good. But I came to think, I said last I could do farming. I like it very much, just because I want to leave town, to move from town. If I can get a way of being treated, of which my better body health would allow me to be farming, to do some small things in the farm. It is better. It is better being out of Nairobi, I believe, especially in my case. Because you can be somewhere, even if you are not doing so much, you can have a hen.
True.
And from one hen, where you will not need so much, you can have even a goat. And here with a goat, you'll be having 2 more goats. Or if it is a sheep, you'll be having 3. And you will never think of house rent. In my life, that's all what I have thought of, or what it has eaten my mind. I want to come out of this way of thinking of house rent. I want to live another life. That's why I would like to be in a place maybe where I'm free, where I can where I could be having my own home. You enter by yourself, you come out by yourself, you open your own padlock, you shut your own door. No one will be behind you, even after month. But this time when you think of the end of the month,
The stress adds up.
yeah, like now, I've been chased out of this house. I have lived running away when the house owner has been too harsh to me, has been shaming me before people, even passers-by. I ran away. I asked a friend, let me come live with you for a week or 2, and that's what I do. But I've run, many women of my age have grandchildren. So even yourself, when you find yourself there, you find it's not the best place to be. You are overcoming this person with the duties. You need not to stay there being fed by this woman. Because at least even when you go there, if you could be having at least something, you come with a packet of flour. You come
Support them.
Yeah, but now you go there just like a kid. And stay because you don't have money.
Yeah, they'll get tired of it.
Yeah. So after that, I carry my, if it was 1 dress or 2, I go back to that place. And most of the times I use all the men who are there to go and request him that I come back. I feel so bad. That's why I'm telling you. You feel as if you have no meaning in this world. Up to this age, you don't have a home. Up to this age, you have nothing. Up to this age, you have no way even to, at least, to support your child to be in a better way of living. Children, I know they are supported by their parents when things run astray.
Right now you are 70?
No, I'm 66.
Or we're approaching 70?
I'm 66, but if you find 66 of my age, let's say, especially from my area, those whom we went to school with, you can't believe we are of the same age. I look very much old. Why? Problems, thinking, getting sick and not being treated. God feels mercy upon me and gets me healed. Although things like this arthritis, it's that at times pain goes down. You feel you can walk properly, you can do something, but later it comes back.
Oh, it comes and goes.
Yes. But suppose I was treated, I believe I could, if it goes by itself, maybe it could go and go for good.
True.
Yeah, but no way to get it treatment. Mm. Did I answer your question? No, not yet.
Yeah, maybe the phone number that or a way of contacting you.
Communication. Yeah, as I said, if one would like to help me or do something for me or even communicate with me, even talking to one is so good. You feel so good when one talks friendly.
Yeah, and it gives you hope.
Yeah. As I said, I would like if I could get a shop, somebody to help me to start a small shop where I will be in, just because of God, because of the problem of arthritis I'm suffering from this now. Right now. From there, I would be happy and very happy if I could get someone who will get me somewhere to stay. A home, a farm, a plot, or somewhere I will get, and that place to be mine. That will comfort me so much, so that I will be sure that I will never be asked for a house rent, and that place is mine for good. My telephone number, my name is Jane Jerry, as I said. My telephone number is 07 4889088. 07. My mobile number is 07 488 90088. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for at least sharing, and I think all will be best. I think somebody will assist. I think somebody will assist. All will be good. Just believe that all will be good. You cannot suffer until you reach 90s.
Oh,
At least you'll have some. Maybe before we end the interview, there is this money that the government gives they give from 70,
from
the age.
70.
So
They
you
give
cannot
from
get it.
70. I've not come. I can't take that.
Yeah, true, because you are 66.
I'm 66.
Okay, so thank you for at least having your time and sharing with us what you have gone through. So guys, we shall be also writing the number down here, so that if you have maybe a piece of advice, you have an encouragement that you need to share with Shosho here, you can just call that number. And also if you have some other help also, you can use that number. So see you again with the next one. Bye bye.